So I'm looking for something particular today. There's a river bottom I want to explore, a canyon that almost looks like magma or lava from thousands of years ago melted it, and then now it channels lava through it. And it's an interesting feature in this valley that I want to drop into, and I'm looking for the best approach, but I believe there is evidence of human activity, early West activity, as far as mining, trapping, and those sort of things that went back on this landscape. And we're just moving down here to get into a good position to try to get into the bottom of this canyon, and you'll see what I'm talking about as we get closer. I've taken some pictures of it on Google Earth, and it is steep. It's a deep canyon. It's about 200 foot, give or take. I can hear the stream running down. So it's just this valley here, and we're gonna make our way down there. Look at these rocks, this collection here. It's actually a different mineral stacked on top of this porous granite, or grew out of it, and it's being pushed out. See it pretty well here. Serene back here. You see over there kind of that rough melting look on the rock. We're gonna start heading down. Just amazing. Looks like Greta doesn't like the prospect of heading down there. She's usually first. I know she hears that water though. Whoa! Dirt kind of broke from me. Yeah, that's a problem one here. Slide down like I just did onto that. That's a big ouchie. Actually, an interesting opportunity here too. As you see this huge stack that's giving way for us to make it down into this cut. The landscape around us is very, very rugged. But I think this will provide actual ample foot room and balance and everything to get down this canyon. This is that beautiful stream I'm talking about here, just high powered. You're definitely hearing it as I would, but it's amazing feature in this canyon. Look at this. So this is what has me believing, without a doubt, just this feature of this wild stream, that there was for sure some Old West prospecting and trapping along this waterway. This would be a great place to actually swim. Amazing. Amazing, the sheer power of this thing. Over centuries, just carved into all this rock and made this cool little cove. But you can even see some of the weathered rock below me. Fantastic, isn't it? And over the years, the boulders have rearranged themselves, and taking on the landscape around it. But this stream's incredibly powerful, so we got to be careful about disclosing its locations, because the data center bigwigs see something like this, they're going to want to capture this, destroy the beauty, the landscape, and the history, and just make it private and be snooty about it. So we want to keep this a secret where it is, but listen to that power. Now another thing to note, you see how these are kind of straight? So those straight rock formations that I found a bit ago, a long way from here, but in the same geological zone, they do not look anything like that. None of them. And here we have actual hands-on erosion occurring every day. Much as I could spend an afternoon out here and just plop a chair right in there and have a nice pop, we got to keep moving. This is an amazing feature of this canyon. It's been going on for thousands of years, just like this. Pristine, beautiful, relaxing. And my curiosity is getting the better of me, so I'm going to travel down this a bit more before we change direction and just check everything out. The stream continues, but this is by far the coolest feature, the swimming hole, I'll call it. The swimming hole is the coolest feature of this. Get some shade down in there. Heck yeah. All right, onwards we go. Now you can see as I increase my distance down this creek, the terrain gets harsher and harsher. But it's really cool looking. Now we're to a point where we actually have to hop across boulders with a running stream under it. Greta's blazing ahead. But look at this, magnificent. How'd that feel, Greta? Taking a breather here for a minute. I noticed that. I zoomed in to see how deep it goes. It's got about 6 foot depth. I think I might try to get closer to see what's in there. Come on. It almost sounds like a machine pushing this water. Yeah, right there. You can tell it's been trampled quite a bit. Here's how far back that goes in there. Wow, there's a whole cavern past this. Check that out. Smells kind of damp. Greta's on to something here. Sniffing. Oh, that's cool. That is cool. I gotta take this pack off. What the heck? It's like, does it go back any further or stay right there? Wow. What? Are you happy in here? Is it cool? It looks cool. It feels cool. As well as looks. Oh yeah. Check that out. This is an actual little cave. Not seeing signs of anything living in here though. Really. It's cool. Cool, it's just been carved out over centuries. You could sit right in here. Check that out. It's like an old outlaw hideout. Isn't that wild? And it's kind of deceiving too. You don't think it goes this deep. This would be a good cave for a storm as well. What's this? Oh, river rock. Yeah, I'm not seeing any tracks. This is a spot a mountain lion would hang out though. Super cool in here. Alright. Let's get out of here. Yeah, this is it. Back into the heat of things. Yeah, fantastic little cave. So I came out on a bend in this creek, and look at this. This is fascinating. I'm actually standing on what I think to be a rail tie. Check that out. But we continue deeper. Look at this. Giant wall. This is really cool. This is a cool feature. Special. I think I'm gonna hopscotch all the way down this. What do you think, Greta? This is super interesting. You can tell how high the water would have been in this canyon thousands of years ago, right? Look how it carved this giant, giant boulder all the way down. This is another fantastic and unique feature. So cool. I actually found a bottle just now, and you can tell there is some man-made timbers mixed in with this. See that flat process piece right here? A square piece. I want to see what that bottle is. It's an old mason jar. Really old. Top's rusted off. Wouldn't that be interesting here if this was an actual cache of the structure we're going to? This washed out. Because look at that. There's a closed mason jar here. A lot of times they're open and they're smashed. This mason jar looks like the river's currents broke up wherever it was when water got high, maybe once in a century river rise or creek rise, and it washed down into this where it grabbed everything else. That's a cool piece of history. See how it's rusted? It's got little etchings here. Not seeing anything that says recyclable or, you know what I mean, anything modern. Set it back where it was. What's this? It's a piece of plastic that wrapped on top of the mason jar with a slug on it. Get out of there. But there's boards and stuff too over here. Kind of all caught up on this dam. That's pretty old too, I reckon. But it is a pop top. How cool. You can nearly follow this stream all the way up if you just hopscotch across. Easy now. Area like this, you don't want to spook a bear or something. This river bottom, all these berry bushes and whatnot. Just passing through, mister. Wow. Really calms down out here. It's crazy. That area creates the rapids that we were just in. Not seeing any prints but Greta's. A lot deeper here too. Almost looks like there's something up on that tree, like a skull, doesn't it? There's actually metal wire hanging from this tree. And the trapper cabin is actually right across the river now. It's nestled right under these cliffs. It's really cool. And it just gives you some backdrop following this river all the way up to it and what they were out here for originally. Insane. And this is actually a two-way split from the main leg. So I'm wondering if this is due to placer mining and sluicing. If they ran this as their sluice wash off the main leg. Interesting little find on the way to it, but you gotta kind of hack through this jungle from the river approach. And that's absolutely what was going on this main leg of getting bit by something. The river split in two because there was some sort of a stop or wash house here at one point. Oh yeah. In and out house. It's like wooden seats and all. There's bottles in there and everything. Oh yeah, check out this huge foundation, all stone. And see, they even stacked all this stone we see. This huge wall. There's some metal ottomans here. This actually looks like a tiny crane or something. Mattress. Canned goods. And possibly a bathtub or something. So here is a cabin. Wow. Wow. Look at this. There's an old wood stove in here. Looks like a beer keg almost. Converted and welded up into a wood burner. This is new. So someone has restored this 6-inch. Very interesting. This was the view out into the canyon. Some graffiti. Look at a bookcase at one point. Cool is that? Right here in the boulder pit. It almost looks like there was a basement here at one point or something, like a hatch. This is all modern OSB. Maybe originally they had a wood stove here or an oven. Interesting. This looks to be the bed. This was likely the bed. And there was some form of electricity here going through here as well. A couple of those on the joists. Cool find though. Cool find. And this is just the tip of it. Because this area had to have been placer mined and trapped to no end. Stick around and see if we can find anything more that gives us some hints about this area. I'm going to comb the ridge lines above it, see if there's any other tall tale traces. But if not, a beautiful day to share with you guys, and I appreciate you. And we'll be getting higher up into the mountains to show you some really cool stuff. I hope you're having a good day. Thank you for your time, and we'll see you down the trail. Thanks, guys. Check out the rivets on this. Kind of going down this entire ridge. It's an old pipe here. That was part of the placer mine, I'm assuming. Yeah, and there's this giant hole right here, and plenty of disturbed earth over here. Oh, Greta found something. Holy cow. What did you find there, Stinky? Get my flashlight. Yeah. It's cool back here. Holy cow. That is wild. Hold on, hold on. I think we're standing over it. And a giant hole there. Look at this. This cavern's insane. How far over does that go? That's where it dead ends. Okay. That is wild. It looks like you gotta creep. I'm not gonna stand at the edge, but I will slide the camera. That is a crazy, crazy drop. You see down there? I'll extend it a little more. Stop crying. Yeah, I feel like we are standing over it. Stay there. Know how deep that goes. It goes deep. That's not something you crawl down. It's just a giant crack behind this door. I can't tell what they'd be mining right here. It is wild looking though. It's definitely cool in here too. I guess just juts way up. You can see the holes they were in, how they did this, or if they found this cavern. But anyway, you can see it creeps up right over there. I'm wondering if there is a shaft in the ground over there. That's wild. That's wild. You see that big boulder that fell? Right there. Isn't that cool? Too cool. Yeah, so that dirt's no good. That's when you fall down and serious problems even if you attempt it. You don't mess with these ones at all. Come here. Come here. Good girl. Don't go over there. Don't go over there. Okay? So we're getting out of here. That one is not a fun one. Yeah. Check this out. This looks like a trainer arrow, a game getter. On an arrow without the broadhead. Or it could have been mechanical. But up here, right there, stop to take a break, kind of look around. But that mind scare, okay, so she is rather fearless with heights and things. So a summer ago, we took her up on a mountain and she saw snow on a little shelf below the peak I was on, and it's actually one I did a video at. I had to return to the area I scouted with her, and she flew down the side of a 9,500 foot summit, got caught somewhere around 8,500, somewhere around there, because she went to the snowbank to go lay in it and just mangled her paw pads. So she was on bed rest for a good month, switching bandages every other day. But that's why I had to yell at her like that, because we've done this before, and you know, she usually listens well, but that one was a scary one. So she can't be blazing ahead in those old mines, because that one's a serious one. That one's death. I got no service, no nothing, so you know, you gotta watch yourself. Here all the pay dirt is, right here, up on this ridge. Definitely something going on here. Get out of there. All in all, guys, I can't figure out where that other portal is. It's got to be caved, because there's nothing up here. So there's no shaft, no portal, but you could see from across that room, that huge fissure, there was some sort of a little outcrop. Like you could look out, and I would like to find it. It's out of curious speculation, but I don't think we're gonna. This will be adios, and we're gonna try to make it out of here. If I run across anything else, I'll surely let you know. Thank you.